Hi, this is Dean at Sentinel Candles. In today's project I'm going to show you how I make my soy melts. Now I've had a few questions asked on YouTube and Facebook about how I make my melts and the ingredients, so I'm going to show you. These are some of my melts that I make. This is Amazon Lily and Rain, and it's yellow on the bottom, pink in the middle and purple on the top. This is Sugar Plum, and it's yellow on the bottom, and which is that way up, and purple on the top, which is Mustic, and it's just pink. And they fit perfectly inside one of these tea light oil burners that will melt down. It's about 20 grams, and it melts down perfectly inside this without spilling over the edge. Anything larger than this size and you're going to get spillage over the edge of your oil burner, which is going to be very messy. So the tea light goes in under here and heats up this glass plate, and this melts to liquid, and then the vapors get released, which is the fragrance. So this is a mini muffin tray. This is what I use to make all my melts, and as you can see they fit perfectly inside. Usually it takes around about 3 to 4 hours, and then I can pop them out and they literally just fall out like that. The wax that I use is soy pillar blend. So it's a hard wax used for pillars and votives and melts. This particular tray holds 240 grams of wax. I'm going to be melting down 230 grams of wax, and I'm going to be adding 15 mils of fragrance. That will allow me to get right to the top but no spillage over the top. But before I do that, I'm going to have to clean out this mold. So I'm just going to get my canola cooking spray. This is stuff you can get from the supermarkets in Australia. And I'm just going to make a line right down the center. I'm going to get a tissue and fold it over itself and just wipe over the top and then straight into each cavity. But then I'm just going to go back over it with the other end so I can clean it up. So now we're just going to melt down some wax, add some color and some fragrance, and pour. Okay, so I have my 230 grams of soy wax pillar blend, and I'm going to put this on the melter and melt it down. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that to melt down, I'm going to pour into this little tiny votive cup that I've got here on the scale, and I'm going to put in 15 mils. So for this particular fragrance, I'm going to be using 1 drop of pink liquid dye, and I've got this from candlesupply.com.au. Okay, so here's my 230 grams melted down. I'm going to add my fragrance. Give that a little bit of a stir. Okay, so the temperature of my wax . Okay, so I'm going to use this pink dye, and I'm going to add 1 drop. And it's 1 drop per 240 grams, basically. I'm just going to stir that in. Okay, so that is now 58, 137. Okay, so that's all stirred up. There's 1 drop of pink and 15 mils of fragrance in here, and now we're just going to pour. So wait for them to harden, and then I'll pop them out in about 3 hours. Just sit in a bag for about 24 to 48 hours, and then they'll go out in the shelf. Okay, so a little over 2 hours has passed, and these are ready to pop out. Oh, they just fall out. If they don't fall out, you just tap them on the back, and they'll pop out. Give them a little slight tap. If they don't pop out straight away, they're not ready to come out yet. I actually did 2 trays, so now I've got 24 of them. And I'll put these in a bag, and they'll sit there for 24 to 48 hours. Once they become harder, then I'll put them on the shelf. So I just wanted to show you all my melts. I'll pan back so you can see them all. There they are. There's about 60 of them. And every one of these is a different color. And they're all logged too, so I can go back and reproduce the same color over and over. And these were all made in those muffin trays. So that's how I make my soy melts. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, post in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.